Hello everybody, once again welcome to my blog Art with Nayan. Hope you all are well. So let's start today's program. Today I will going to paint a foggy morning at Kolkata. So during the winter time mostly these fogs occurs in Kolkata. So let's paint step by step. I am painting the sky with a burnt sienna, cobalt blue, and a part of tint of some ivory black. And this foggy morning, actually, all the things are becoming hazy in the distant part. So I will try to bring out these types of contrast in my pictures. So I am painting the house beside the roads, and these are all old houses as you see. So I have to paint in a just a gloomy way, so giving a old effects. These are all dilapidated building. So I am just showing this the plaster of the wall is coming up, and this is all about what is I am going to do. And now the sack, the room bags which is carrying by the porter in his wheel. This I am going to paint in the cadmium orange and the tint of crimson red, and the sack is painted in yellow ochre and in brown sienna, and the railing of the besides the roads and the boundaries all will be painted in the same nature. And this is the window which I am going to paint in light is black and brown sienna, and the footpath will be also be painted in the same way. And this is the cloths of the porter who is carrying the goods, so his shirts, his lungis all will be painted in the red and in magenta, where his lungis will be in color. So I am mixing the color with the crimson red and with the cobalt blue to bring out the magenta effect. And his skin color will be somewhat something a darkish tone, because they always walked in out in the sun, so it will be in darker tone. And I am using the yellow ochre and the brown sienna mixed, and his shoes in black, and it is a mixed of the cobalt blue and the black. And this is the distant part where I am doing painting out the trees leaves. So these will all be in hazy, so I am using sap green, yellow ochre, and somewhat of brown sienna. So when you will be using brown sienna and cobalt blue together, it will giving you a hazy effect and lighter effect. So I am using most of the background color by using these two colors. So as usual, also the background distant part I am using the cobalt blue and the brown sienna, and somewhat of yellow occurs also I have to use. So I am using it over here. These three mixture of the colors which I am using in the dark background. I have to bring out the hazy effects over there. So and there is a distant, oh, you will also observe that a cyclist is going on. So I had to give some touches over there. And now the wheels of the cart, it is painted in a crimson red and ivory black, the mixture of the two colors. And the spoke of the wheels too also. And this cart is made of wood, so I have to give the wooden color in the body of the cart and rather carriage. And this is also brown sienna and the ivory black, and these wooden portions over which the goods are placed, and it is red in color. These are all the boundaries besides the roads on the footpath. And now his turban, that is usually the gamchas which they use, and it is painting in cadmium orange. And these I am giving the darker tone somewhat in the carriage goods and the luggage with the cadmium orange and the brown sienna a little bit. And this is the roof sack back, and which is painted in yellow ochre. So I am using the darker yellow ochre and with burnt sienna to give the tone, darker tone in the sack backs. And this is all, rather it is a jute bags also, so you have to give the tone in that form also, you by using the jute color also. So you will mix yellow ochre and brown sienna. And now his cloths, which is cadmium orange and the little bit of crimson red and the brown sienna, I'm using it for the tone. And as usual, it is their common color which they used to wear. This is his lungis, which is magenta in color, and the darker magenta I am using, so giving a tone and to make the better contrast of the picture. And now the handle of the carriage, which is painted in black and brown sienna, and some darker tone beneath the carriage. This is the rope with which the luggage is tied up in the carriage. And now I am using to paint the road on which the porter is going, and there will be no light at this morning. It will be a hazy one, and it will giving a darker effect over there, and you don't have to give any light and shadow, you have to paint it in the darker mode, so one can feel that the porter is going in the misty or a foggy morning. So all will be in hazy in the distant part and something clear in the front. So I am painting all the road beneath, besides all the carriage and in the distant part in something hazy and a darker tone. And I am using the crimson red, brown sienna and the ivory black and the cobalt blue. All this mixture of the color I have to use it to give a hazy effect. And even the cyclist I have shown just a little bit to give the effects over there that someone is going. And now the tone of the houses and all will be in lighter tone, not so much dark. And these are all the old buildings in the North Kolkata. As usual, you will observe when you will visit North Kolkata. And this is the building, and it will also be in something a light in color, and it will be to give you a hazy effect. And this is the plaster, where the plaster has come out and giving the raw structure of the building. And I have to paint there the bricks also, and giving some contrast to these clothes by using a darker color somewhat. This will naturally giving you a better contrast of the picture. So I am using it a little bit of darker tone in the main figure. Actually nowadays we will not even to see these types of carriage. It is somewhat become obsolete nowadays, but you will see. And here and there in the North Kolkata, the peoples are carrying the goods from one place to another by their hands and by their hard labor. This is the distant trees, and this is the cyclist, and I am giving a little bit of tone, so one can feel that our cycle is going in the foggy morning. And I have painting in the sky in a misty morning, and it will be a somewhat in lighter in color, so I am painting it a little bit dark and hazy to give the effect of a mist and fog. And now the paint the bricks over where the plaster has just come out on the walls of the houses, and the dark patches and the plasters, this will lift the contrast of the pictures. So I am giving somewhat darker tone in the edges of the plaster. This is the windows. I am painting it in ivory black and brown sienna. It will be in blackish in color because it's a foggy morning, hazy one, and nothing could be seen clearly, so no light. And this is the wheel, and this is the shadow of the lungis falling on the body, and some little bit of darker tone on his hands, on his mouth, to give a better contrast. Again, I am painting the carriage, and the light is not so much, so I have to paint it in more darker mode and a hazy mode. And the shadow will be not so much because it's a foggy morning, you will not find any shadow, but a little bit of something of shadow I have to paint. And this is the ropes, and I am just giving out all these features in my pictures by using a darker tone. Hope you like my pictures. So if you like, you give your comments and subscribe it.